But it's a long event. It doesn't feel like a one-off because you're racing from Wednesday.
Andrew just mentioned his name then, Toby Gale, who will be going from the front row right next to me here, sat in the Birrell. Toby, this year, you know, we've seen you out in the OK category. This weekend, you're back in the X30. The track, what's it like to compete at, especially in this chassis?
It's definitely very unforgiving. I have to say, you know, conditions have been difficult, but at least, you know, we've made the most of it and starting in a good position, so we'll see how it goes.
And from what you've just seen from our junior group, the track conditions may be a little bit unpredictable, a little bit greasy out there. How do you manage that in the early stages of today's racing?
I think it's just taking it safe, really, knowing the lines, not doing anything too erratic that might take me out the race, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. The sun's out, so obviously the track is, you know, drying very quickly, so we'll just see how it goes.
We absolutely will. Toby, thank you very much. Like we said then, Toby Gale going from the front row. Let's head back up. Let's see how he gets on.
Gathering trackside for this one. This should be a really, really tasty way to get things going for X30 Senior today. Let's take you through the grid then. 34 drivers heading out on circuit.
Indeed, and it all starts with Toby Gale and Freddie Lloyd on the front row of that grid. Angelo Melli and Mark Granada will take row number 2 honours ahead of Hugo Marti and Vivian Guione on row number 3. Aaron Garcia and Patrick Okorodovchik go from row number 4. There we'll see Alois Girardet and Dylan Patel on row number 5. Santiago Alves and Florent Panet go from row number 6. They'll see Otto Pukkanen and Jukka Poe on row number 7. Aaron Vida and Marius Barryberg will go from row 8 with Andrea Macienes and Sam van der Heijden locking out the first half of the field on row number 9.
Gabriel Still put a chain fall off on the formation lap yesterday. Starts this one from row 10, needs a good result. Roman Saleh alongside. Lewis Bird as well had a difficult day yesterday. Starts on row 11 alongside Leo Robinson, who qualified for this event through the Shenington Super Prix back in the summer. Row 12, Robin Harporina starts alongside Antonio Machado. Raul Martinez and Rafael Camalco from row 13. It's then Yves Royce starting on row 14 alongside the experienced driver from Malta, Kyle Mikolev. Rafael Rajani and Merrill Peldes, they go from row 15. Andre de Beja didn't have a good day yesterday as well. Finished on the podium, of course. Assuera 2024 starts this one from row 16 is alongside Joachim Matheson. As we say, 34 drivers out in this one. Row 17 forms out the grid with Christian Fuente and Guillaume Rocha.
Indeed. Well, looking forward to this one. A reminder of those results yesterday in the seniors. Van der Kerkhoff took the honours in one of the racing. He's got 50 points to his name. Freddie Lloyd, of course, on the front row of this grid, needing another P1 here to keep that momentum up this weekend. Can he do it with Toby Gale alongside? Zach Drummond as well, also taking the honours with a win. So some strong names there at the front, but you have to look at the drivers who sit just further back. Toby Gale with that third place yesterday, still 41 points. He's very high up there in the points still. Eloy Gonzalez as well, second. Danny Caronini and Daniel Bretz as well. So all of those drivers also gaining really strong results. So these races still, at this moment, are still vital for the seniors with how competitive it has been at the front.
Indeed. So this will once again be 11 laps for the drivers. Run down to turn 1 is going to be super
dicey.
important.
Yeah.
Again, these drivers have not had any warm-up this morning, straight into it with the heats, but these are some of the most experienced drivers, the fastest drivers in this paddock. They've all got the talent to deal with it. Are we going to be underway at the first time of asking? Into those tram lines. We are good. We are green on our screen. Away we go then down towards turn 1. And Joe Melly's got a really good start from the second row of the grid. In fact, will take the lead. They all bunch through. Yep, once again, we've got drivers spinning towards the back of the field. Carl Mikolev this time having a problem into turn 1.
Yeah, indeed. Again, it's just so slippy out there, and these drivers just have no idea how the track feels with no morning warm-up. So they're straight into it, and drama striking at the back of the grid as well. Not good at all. Christian Fuente as well out of the race. He's got it going again, but yeah, not the start he will have wanted. At the front end, though, like you mentioned, Angelo Melli, great start for him. He managed to get the reaction time off the line, but he also had the traction. You saw how Toby Gale tried to put the power down. You saw the back end of that Birrell just it squirreled around, and that's what's put him down to 4th place. Here now, though, it's Lloyd back in the lead. Freddie Lloyd at the front of the field now as they enter into the chicane. And again, you can see how slippy it is. The cart just moving left and right as they put the power down. But it's Lloyd from Melli, Garcia there in 3rd, Gale from Granada, Marti from Alves, Guillaume from Pukinin, Mustienes and Ogrodovchik, who lock out the top 11 at the moment. But you're still getting this pack of 4 at the moment, Andrew, that are trying to break away from that chasing field.
Yeah, indeed. I'll tell you who's had a good start as well. The Miami Winter Cup winner from here back at the start of 2024 in Valencia. Mustienes up 7 positions. Just lost one of those to another one of the experienced drivers in this field, Patrick Ogrodovchik. Aaron Garcia down the inside. That's the kind of move that's made him this year's national Spanish X30 senior champion. And of course, he won that title last year. He then went on to even greater success in 2025, up to 2nd place now, as Gale's looking for an opportunity behind Melli as well. End of another lap. Lloyd leads from Garcia.
Yeah, indeed. Down towards turn 1 again on this one, and all these drivers here, such a long setup for this racing. They've been here for many weeks. They've been really putting in the work to get the times in on the board, testing here at the circuit, but of course that was all effectively gone to waste a little bit when the rain came down. They had dry testing as look at this, and Toby Gale on Melli trying to get that nose down the inside on the exit of the likes of turns number 7, 8 and 9, and he has managed to get that done now and up into 3rd place. However, in that process they've lost out on these 2, but Garcia's gone down the inside of Lloyd. That will keep the fight on for the top 4. New race leader with a 6th place gain. It's the Spaniard for MDC Racing who leads here in Valencia. Drama. Patel's gone off the track. He's been joined by Andre de Bija and I think Raul Martinez have all had a moment and they've tumbled down to the back of the field.
Yeah, it was through turn 7. That just caught my eye out of the commentary box window. There were many karts flying in many directions and none of them the optimal line out of the corner. So those drivers, I think, at least possibly Mikulev as well, have been involved because they've further fallen down the order. While Karl Mikulev was trying to recover back from the very start of the race. New fastest lap of the race from Gabriel Stilp. That's good news. Stilp needs a good result here just to get things back on track. Has a winning record, of course, in previous editions of IWF. There he is, or was, in the number 242, up to 9th place now in this race. Lewis Bird making similar moves up through the field. Meanwhile, here is your fight for 6th and 7th. The likes of Pukinen, Marti, Gabriel Stilp now gaining another position there past the fin. Pukinen trying to find a way back through. In fact, he's losing more positions here. This is very unlike Otto Pukinen to go in that direction.
Yeah, indeed. But you're seeing the body language here, and here's some good stuff here. Wow, Toby Gale has reacquired himself here now after that shaky start. He's found some pace once more and has put himself back into 2nd place now. Fastest driver out there, 56.629. Toby Gale is looking to catch up back again to Aaron Garcia, but the gap 0.4 of a second. Will take a bit of work, but he's got plenty of time to do it if that is the case. So we'll keep an eye on that battle. But yeah, coming back to what you were talking about there, Otto Pukinen is still on a 3-place gain so far in this race, but he is, again, a name that we have seen at that top end fighting with the likes of Gale and all of this. Guillene's just had a bit of a tumble there. He's dropped down to 14th place now as Vivian Guillene, and we'll keep a close eye on that one as you see the provisional classifications. But the midway point of this one, Andrew, still a good stage of the racing for these drivers, but I've got to say it feels like this second half is going the way of Gale.
It does, but he's still got to find a way past the reigning IAMA Euro Series champion. Another new fastest lap indeed from Thai driver second on the road right now. Aaron Garcia is not going to be an easy prospect for anybody to go wheel to wheel with here this weekend, or this whole week I should say, only on day 2 of IWF 2025. As things stand, Lloyd would take the lead in the provisional points, by the way, but still very early stages. We've not even seen Group A come out yet with the likes of Gus Lawrence and others. Fred Lloyd, of course, took the British national title away from Gus Lawrence earlier on in the autumn. And from personal experience of watching him race a lot this year, This is a really top performance for both Gale and Garcia that they seem to have the measure of him at the moment.
Well, yeah, indeed, and we are keeping that very closely to us, and let's see what happens as it goes on. This is the fight a little further down. This is nice overtakings here. Buchanan trying to push his way through. Guione as well on that fight back. Hugo Marti as well having a good run. But it's Marius Barryberg who's on the charge now, getting past the Kids to Win driver of Adrian Mastines. That is a 14th and 15th place out there on track. Lewis Bird, not so much about him on this one. 12 places gained here, privateer this weekend. Running the Kart Republic chassis. He's got no liveries, no sticker kit on his kart. Well, he's doing a good job at the moment.
It has a good record around here as well.
Yeah.
It's had a number of really strong runs when there's been previous international X30 race visits to Valencia, as Toby Gale starting to put Aaron Garcia under a bit of pressure here. Fred Lloyd just waiting in the wings right now. He's in such good form. Took the win at the Miami Euro Cup at Le Mans a couple of weeks ago. Into turn number 7 they go. Garcia still leading from Gale. Garcia very strong in the middle sector there, in the twisty stuff. That's good news for Aaron Garcia going later into the round. Indicates that he's got good tyres underneath him and a good chassis and a good setup.
Yeah, indeed. And the fact that he's probably had someone from the sideline, a mechanic most likely, has said to him, probably go because they're closing in on you.
Yeah.
And this is, not what you want to see. But the fact that, he's got that machinery underneath him to be able to communicate that still on the track, even though I don't think it's going to help him out. Gale's gone for it. It's a late lunge. It's not worked out for him as Lloyd goes up and skywards here over the curb. I think he says he's okay, but he slots back into 3rd place, and that is not what you want to see at all. Fight is on here, Andrew, with still 2 laps to go.
I was going to say, we had Air Force Lloyd there for a second. There was that'll be a screen capture and a half for the viewers back home. We're on the latter stages of this race then. Garcia again, look at him breaking away through sector 2 again. Gives him a good advantage by the time they get down to the braking zone of turn 11. And
I think that is just the case of, after this move here, I think I need to go for it.
Yeah.
Watch it now. Nice and slow, goes over the curb, clips the curb and the rear bumper at the same time. That effect sends him absolutely skywards for Freddie Lloyd here. Look at this. Wow, so lucky to land it back. But I think we got a thumbs up from him. Yeah, he did. A thumbs up there, just saying, no, I'm all good. We'll carry on and we'll have another attempt at it. But like you mentioned, that's definitely, take a screenshot of that. That's your new phone screensaver.
I was going to say, Fred, if the karting doesn't work out, have a go at the ski jump in the Olympics, perhaps, with that one. Lap 10 then, penultimate tour of the circuit in this heat. Aaron Garcia, this time not quite breaking away as much from Toby Gale, so maybe Toby Gale just changing the way and adapting to the conditions out there. There's the battle for 4th place on your screen. Stilp, Granada, Melli, and then further back as well, Alves, Ogrodovchik and Bird all racing for spots inside the top 10.
Indeed. This race now nearly coming to its conclusion. Lloyd still there in 3rd place, would still inherit the points lead, but of course, long way to go. There were only a couple of races into this, and still a long way to figure this one out. Eyes looking further in the field here, and still no changes right now, but Garcia having to go defensive here from Gale, who has reacquired this front-running spot. And as we go on to this last lap, you can imagine the tension now starting to build here for Garcia.
Gotta say, that was great control from Aaron Garcia. You just saw him move to driver's right a little bit and picked up a little bit of dampness on his tyres. Didn't wash out at turn 1. That's the marks of a true driver. And in fact, Toby Gale is now having to deal with Freddie Lloyd. Freddie Lloyd trying to get Toby Gale off the racing line. Gale nearly gets crossed up on corner entry. This is going to give the race to Aaron Garcia. Garcia is away and gone. Lloyd still trying to get down the inside. Oh, that's brave stuff from Freddie Lloyd up to P2.
Yeah, that is beautiful stuff there, but he's going to have to defend it now into the final chicane. He'll take that inside line. Gale will try and get the up and under out of the corner. Won't be enough to catch Garcia, though. Aaron Garcia wins across the line. Lloyd will hold on to 2nd place ahead of Gale. Still, Gabriel Stilp, the disaster from earlier on, he finds himself in 4th place on a 15-place gain. Incredible drive.
Really, really good stuff, and that's what he needed as well after the disappointment of yesterday. But Aaron Garcia takes 50 points, adds it to his tally, and reminds everyone of why he is one of the favourites for this year's IWF X30 Senior title. Further down the order, in 5th place, Mark Granada, Angelo Melli, P6, Lewis Bird, nearly your biggest mover in that race. 14th place has gained for the 224. Patrick Ogodovchik comes home in P8 ahead of Santiago Alves, and then Jean-Paul Giraudet, Alois Giraudet, sorry, Jean-Pierre Giraudet is the entry. Yeah, Alois Giraudet P10, Hugo Marti P11, Marius Barryberg P12 ahead of Anhata Sorts Otto Plikinen in that race. Sam van der Heyden 12th ahead of Adrian Mustienes, Aaron Vader, Yukapo, Roman Saleh, Antonio Machado and Vivian Guillaume, all inside the top 20 there.
Indeed, that's a strong race there. A lot of drivers going backwards, a lot of drivers going forward here. Other drivers as well.